A guitar capo, or capo depending on where you're from, is a really useful little tool that lets you instantly change your guitar tuning without any real effort. I'm going to show you how to properly set up and use a capo, some problems that you might come across and how to fix them, and why I think a capo is an essential tool if you want to make your guitar easier to play. Alright, so how does a capo work? Well, what it does is it clips across the neck of your guitar and the pressure pushes the strings down at a fret. It's exactly like if we took our finger and just laid it across a fret and then played all those strings. It's doing the same thing. And because it covers all of your strings, it essentially works the same as tuning your strings up in pitch. So if we take a look at a song like Don't Look Back in Anger, for example, by Oasis, if I play it in standard tuning, it kind of doesn't sound right. I can't play along with the recording. But if I use a capo like they do in the song, it raises the pitch and then I can play the song using those same familiar chord shapes. If I had to tune the strings up to that pitch, they'd be a lot harder to play and they might even snap, especially if we tune it up higher. And by using a capo, it means that I can just instantly take it off and then I'm back in regular standard tuning. Now, setting up your capo the right way is really, really important. Otherwise, you might get some buzzy sounds, some dead notes, or even some dodgy tuning. To set it up, you want to make sure that it's clamped firmly to your guitar's neck and that the flat, smooth, rubbery side is resting on your guitar's strings. Make sure that it's set up straight so it runs in line with the frets on your guitar, and you want to position it towards the end of the fret that you want to tune up to, so just behind that fret wire. You want an even pressure across all the strings so that when you strum the open strings, they all sound nice and clear. Now, depending on the capo type that you're using, it can be a little bit fiddly to set it up, especially if it's your first time. But as long as you take your time and with a little bit of practice, you'll be able to get it in no time. But if you find there's something a little bit funny with the sound or you can't get the right pressure, then you're going to need to adjust your capo. Now, I'm using a strap style capo that works a little bit like a guitar strap. You just fiddle with the back and then that adjusts the pressure. But usually capos will have some sort of screw or thumb wheel on the back that you turn to adjust the pressure, either tighten it or loosen it. Now, if you don't have a way to adjust the pressure on your capo, usually if it's one of those spring-loaded ones that just clip straight onto your neck, then I find that wobbling it around and just repositioning it either sideways or just up and down like that can help evenly distribute the pressure and fix some of those buzzing problems. It can also help to play around a little with the distance from the fret. Now, one thing to be aware of is that long-term use of a capo can speed up your guitar's fret wear because it's just driving the strings into the fret that it's up against. Now, this isn't a big deal if you're using your capo every now and then, and it certainly won't happen overnight if you're using it regularly, but it's just something to be aware of. To slow this process down, I recommend just taking off the capo when you're not using it. So once you finish playing, just pop it off and put it in your guitar case or something like that. Now, I mentioned at the beginning of this video that I think capos are an essential tool if you want to make your guitar play better. And that's because they play a real pivotal role in a guitar setup, which just means adjusting all the different parts of your guitar to give it the best playability for you. And I explain more about that and show you how to do a full guitar setup in this video here. And that's it, your capo should be set up and ready to go. If you like this video, give it a like to help it reach more people, and let me know which songs you're using your capo for in the comments below. Thank you.